Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to week 5 of Love Your Chakras and Shakti series. Roll out your mat and let's begin in child's pose. Place your knees comfortably wide. We're going to inhale our hands up and then exhale, fold forward. Let your hands fall wherever they fall, and you can walk yourself up. Inhale, creating space. Exhale, let your forehead fall to the mat here. Inhale, lift yourself up, creating more space. Exhale, drop. And relax here. You can set your head on your hands or on your mat or on a block. If this is not in your practice, just go ahead and lay on your belly and relax your forehead on your mat. Let's bring awareness to our chest area where our heart chakra resides. The element for this chakra is air. The central purpose is love and relationships. Your right to be loved. So as you move through your practice today, just think about that relationship with yourself and self-love. And this will help you express and extend love outwards into your life. Anchor in with your breath here. Full inhale, feeling your body rise. Exhale, feeling your body fall. Your attention at that heart center, imagining a green glowing light. On your next inhale, meet me at tabletop position. We're going to move through some dynamic movement here. So curl your toes, come into cow, open your chest, and then we're going to exhale round, drop your feet tops, and send your seats back to child's pose. So on your own breath, find this dynamic movement. Exhale, send your seat bones back, drop your head. Inhale, curl your toes, open your chest, drop your belly. Think extension and length, sending your hips back to space. Inhale, expansion and space. Couple more rounds on your own. Make it intimate with yourself. Imagine your heart space opening. Beautiful. Last one. And I'll meet you at tabletop. We're going to go into thread the needle. So inhale your left hand high to the sky. Exhale, thread that left arm under your right and then lay down on your mat here. Making sure to keep your hips aligned over your knees here and find your breath. That is the most important element here. If you cannot breathe, come out of this pose just a little bit and find your sweet spot, that sukra, that space to breathe. Maybe you lift that right arm up and over your head, really opening up that chest towards the sky. Or maybe you just press into your fingers and stay where we began. Maybe even your arm comes behind you for a bind if that's in your practice. Hold your attention at that heart space and focus on your breath. Let the earth hold you. Now wherever you're at, swoop your hand down to your mat. And we're going to unravel that left arm very slowly, pushing into that right hand, extend it high up to the sky, and then bring it back down to your mat for tabletop. Now other side, right arm floats up to the sky, exhaling, threading under the left arm, resting your side of your face on the mat. And you decide, leave your hand here pressing into the earth or extend it out to the left edge of your mat. Maybe behind you for your bind here, really opening up that heart center towards the sky. And breathing attention at that Anahata, heart chakra. Now we're welcoming in more of a yin style today during this practice as we focus on opening our heart center, but always connecting breath with movement. Inhale, unravel. Extend that right arm to the sky. Stretch it out. Exhale, tabletop. From tabletop, you can kind of scoot yourself back towards the mat here. We're going to come in a puppy pose. Alignment being so important to protect ourselves here. So tighten that navel to the back of your spine. Squeeze that core muscle. Align your hips over your knees, and that is where they are going to stay. Do not let them drift forward. You're going to walk your hands slowly forward, allowing your chest to fall to your mat and your chin to also rest on the mat, looking forward. Find a spot and keep your gaze towards the front of your mat here and breathe. Allow yourself to inhale fully, finding space, creating space, allowing that prana to move through that heart chakra, opening it up. If this isn't in your practice, you can come to your belly or into a cow pose. Same intention, keeping that heart open, chin up. A few breaths here. Allow yourself to feel anything that comes up. Last breath. On your next inhale, you're going to slide forward into a little baby cobra. So come onto your stomach, elbows close to your sides, tops of the feet on your mat. Really engage that lower half. Don't let your legs just flop. Hips into your mat. And it wouldn't be a Kundalini class without some dynamic movement with our breath. Exhale, drop your forehead. Inhale, lift using your core. Exhale, drop your forehead on your own breath. Inhale, up, expand, open your chest. Exhale, relax forehead to mat. 3 more on your own. Last exhale, rest your forehead on your mat and process. Next, fingertips directly outside to the left shoulder socket. TP your fingers on the right and start to roll up on your left hip, bending that right knee, implanting that right foot behind you. You can leave that right arm on the mat or bring it behind you for a more expansive heart opener here. Keeping that attention and your breath focused on the center of your chest, Anahata, heart chakra, green glowing light. If you found yourself too far, simply roll out of the pose a little bit. We have 5 breaths here. Now slowly come back to your belly. Release and move to the other side. So we're going to extend that right arm out, TP those left fingers, roll onto your right hip, left knee bends, plant that foot behind you. Choose to keep your fingers TP'd here or open up to a bind. And again, 5 deep belly breaths here, allowing your chest to fall open. Last breath, unravel and come back to your belly. Now come up to tabletop, and we're going to get ready to do some baby chaturanga push-ups. We need strength in this heart center. Let's do it. Bend your knees, feet behind you, shoulders over wrists, coming down slowly to your mat. Slow and controlled. Tighten that core, pushing your body up. Exhaling down, inhale up. Good job. Last one. Now come back to tabletop and switch your feet. Whatever foot you had on the top before now goes on the bottom. And we're going to come back into chaturanga push-ups. Baby chaturangas. This time try to keep your elbows in close. Shoulder blades draw back and close. Energy focused on that heart center. Beautiful. Now shifting your weight back to your heels, curl your toes under, and send your seats up for your first down dog today. Feel free to walk your dog out. Find your breath. Move with it. Lengthen from tailbone to crown of head, pushing into those thumb and finger. Now you can walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat here and come into a forward fold. We're going to inhale, half lift, push into your shins. Exhale, fold. Now root to rise, roll up to a standing position, and then exhale, clasp your hands behind you, fold. Think about the palms of your hands touching the ceiling. Relax your chest against your thighs and breathe. Exhale, draw a line down the back of your legs, grasp your ankles, and then inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, roll to standing. Arms extended. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to mat. Step back into plank. Chaturanga, up dog, or meet us in down dog. Connecting breath to movement. Inhale, right leg rises to the sky. Exhale, foot between both hands. Exhale, high lunge, feet on railroad tracks. Exhale, hands down, and we're going to come to a standing. Inhale, bend that front knee, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, up and bend, maybe into a cactus arm. Exhale, drop. Next, inhale, hold your high lunge for 3 breaths, deep belly breaths, squeeze that core, lift your pelvis. Now dynamic movement, inhale, cactus arms, exhale, arms straight. Open your chest, exhale, extend. A few on your own breath. Last one, exhale your hands down to the top of your mat, feet back to plank, chaturanga, up dog, or meet us in down dog. Now left leg, inhale, rise to the sky, exhale, knee to nose, foot between your hands, coming into that high lunge on this left side. Feet on railroad tracks, we're going to inhale, cactus arms, exhale, extend. Inhale, expand your chest, exhale, extend your arms. 3 more. Last one, twist open, drop that back heel, Cartwheel your hands to the front of the mat, step back to plank, and again, chaturanga, up dog, or feel free to meet us in a down dog. Whatever is in your practice, no judgment. Now soften your knees down to your mat and come into a rock pose, seated on your heels if this is in your practice. If not, feel free to come to a seated, easy pose. Hands over your chest and just settle into this heart space for a few breaths. Inhaling this green radiant light into your chest. Feel the energy you just created for yourself. Notice how you feel. If you're not already in a seated pose, join me here. We're going to do some Kundalini for the heart chakra. We're going to inhale our hands up, exhale cactus pose. In those movements, inhale up, exhale cactus. Move on your own breath, fast or slow. Attention at that heart center space. Last one, hold your breath. Inhale, squeeze Mulabandha. Bring your hands down to heart center. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Imagine that energy rising up. Then exhale, release your breath. Hands to Gaya Mudra when you are ready. Process. Now our next heart chakra kriya is vigorous. So feel free to watch the screen. We're going to inhale our hands halfway up in front of us, out to our sides, above us, and then exhale, fold. Find your rhythm. Halfway in front, out to the sides, all the way up, exhale, fold. Now inhale, hold that breath, Mula Bandha, root lock, squeeze, 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 hands at heart center. And when you are ready, you can release your hands to Gaya Mudra, palms face up on your knees, finger and thumb together. Process, feel. Now last pose, we're going to do some dynamic movement with bridge. So roll down to your backs. Bring your heels close to your bum, feet underneath your knees. We're going to inhale, arms overhead, lift our pelvis. Exhale, drop. Squeezing that core on your up. Inhale, open that chest. Take your hands all the way over your head. Press into those big toes. Last one, you can stay here, or if it's in your practice, lift your hips, shimmy your shoulder blades underneath you, clasp your hands, and squeeze that core. Lift your pelvis high to the sky. Hold, 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 but find your breath. This is a beautiful heart opener. Think compassion, love. You are love. You accept love. You give love. Now surrender, relax, drop your hips, extend your legs. And we're going to end our practice in Savasana. Just 3 minutes of quiet time to come into your heart space. coming back to yourself, wiggle your toes and fingers, stretch. Find your way to a fetal position using your arm as a pillow. And you can gently push yourself up to a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Bringing your hands to heart center for just an anchoring breath here. Exhale, drop your hands to Gyan Mudra, palms face up. Closing mantra Ram for our heart chakra, if you know it, mantra along. Inhale. Ram. Satnam, beautiful souls. Thank you for joining me. Gratitude for yourself for showing up. I'll see you next week.